Hey everyone, it's Marianne with Akashic Inspirations. I know it's been like forever and a day since I've done like a face-to-face video, and so I've been working on a lot of different things. Still doing things on Facebook, and thank you for all who have signed up for readings. Been really busy with those, and just enjoying time with family and friends that I have visiting. So today I want to do a reading for March, and I've got several decks out. So we're going to do, a few cards and talk about some of these energies that are going to be coming up for us. At the beginning of March, we're going to hit on March 5th. It is the full moon. Now they're calling it a mini moon because it seems to be that the apogee, or I don't know all the scientific or astrological terms, astronomical terms for it, but apparently is the furthest from the Earth at this time. So it's like they call it like a mini moon. But we know that good things come in small packages. So it's always a great time to take care of revisiting some of the things that you have brought into being from the new moon that we had on the 18th of February, which was a really powerful, super double new moon. So I hope you were able to take care of those energies and really apply them. And on February 22nd was also a huge time because Mars and Venus are coming into conjunct. So those energies are going to bring us forward. They're in Aries, and that's bringing us forward through March. So it is a lot of information and focus on relationships, on the male and feminine aspects of harmony or disharmony, depending on the relationship. So, but it's definitely bringing in fire and passion. So I wanted us to be able to connect today with, I'm going to start pulling by from the Earth Magic by Stephen D. Farmer. I have, sorry, two more things. I want to talk also about the new moon, March 20th, which will actually also encompass a total solar eclipse. But that solar eclipse, we're only going to be able to see it from, I think those who are in Norway and in the far northern eastern hemisphere will be able to view it. However, as we know, the influence of the moon surrounds the entire Earth. So again, we're pulling in some very strong energies with this Mars and Venus working together. So a lot of passion, a lot of very heavy duty, intense type of relationships. One of the things that is also coming up on March 14th is Saturn is going into retrograde. And wherever Saturn lands in your planetary chart, that's the focus that you're going to be working on to revisit decisions that you've made in your life in that area. In mine in particular, one involves in relationships, so it's going to be a review of the relationships that and the decisions that I've made in the past regarding those relationships. And if we are in a good space and we've made our highest decisions for our higher self, Saturn likes to reward, so you will find you will get rewarded. Um, Also, we are Debbie, myself, Glammiewith, and I, and our great friend Ron Schaefer, who is also an Akashic reader now and healer. And we are going to be working with soul retrievals for everyone. We have a tentative date of March 13th. I'm just waiting for them to reconfirm it with me, but it'll be Friday the 13th. Again, we have second month in a row with Friday the 13th. And we will be working with those individuals who sign up with us on a soul retrieval, helping you with a certain aspect that needs to be recovered, which is really great going into the Saturn retrograde. So actually it works out really well. And if you've never had a soul retrieval, it's really incorporating those aspects of yourself that that you have left on the wayside, but that must be reintegrated for you to be able to move forward. So we have, I'll be putting that up on my website in the next day or so for you to be able to sign up for it. I believe it's going to be 5555. And again, tentative date of March 13th, which we will reconfirm and set up the event on Facebook for everybody to see. So let's take the first card. DNA karma. All right. I have been working a lot with my groups and in personal area with the DNA. I believe as we're getting into the higher vibrations and into the full flow of the golden age, what is happening is that we are transcending just working with our physical DNA, but we are getting downloads and holographic, if you will, overlay of DNA. And that holographic DNA comes from the etheric, comes from the spiritual aspects. So for those of you who are, great shining light workers, understand that you're going to be taken to new planes. You're going to be having new connections of DNA, overlaid on your physical. So what happens there is that it works in conjunction. You create a bridge between these essences, just like you would creating a bridge, say, from hollow earth to the heavens, using your pranic tube as the tube of light, which allows you to connect to your multidimensional self. So this to me talks about the multidimensional aspects of ourselves in our DNA, and that those things that have been laying dormant will now be awakening within you. So be prepared for new awakenings. And the next card that comes out is the Milky Way with perspective. So one of the things we've been working on is connecting the galactic center, so our galactic center of the Milky Way, with the core, with the hollow earth of Mother Earth. And you will find that there are new aspects of ascended masters that you hold dear, that are coming forth to help you, now that you're ready to receive new information, new gifts, new understandings, and new perspectives. So very appropriate how that DNA is going to bring in new perspectives. And I'd love to hear from you all as to what, you find that you are coming into clarity and understanding for. So now we're going to go to, I got two of them, Energy Oracle Cards by Sandra Ann Taylor, to kind of see what the energies for the month are going to be for us. And I actually get storm warnings, but reversed. Okay. For some of us, we've gone through this very difficult period. January, February, we're still a little bit tough. Okay. And I think these energies of Mars and Venus are coming in to soothe this. And as that trine between Pluto and Uranus also gets lessened, as they start separating, then we will be able to have come through the storm and have issues that were pending be resolved. And this is actually the number 10 card, so it breaks down to 1, new beginnings. And I also get envy reversed, which is the number 20 card. How appropriate. Number 2. So we got 1 and 2. So it seems that we're taking the steps and moving out of these perceptions that there is lack, or there is not enough, or that someone has something that you don't have that you want. I believe what I love about it is, since it's reversed, it seems to me that by looking at it, her dress is actually the separation between what was and what is coming into light, which is the golden light. So by resolving those relationships in which maybe those didn't hold you in the highest light, are being dissolved or is being resolved for you at this time. I wanted to go now to pick 4 cards from the Angel Tarot by Doreen Virtue. So I'm going to pull one for each week. I know it's a lot, but I figure it's a month video, so we'll go for it. We'll see what wants to come out and what messages. So for the first week, we have the Hermit with Archangel Raziel. And it says, spend time in quiet meditation, spiritual teaching, and self-discovery. And it's funny because if you check on my Facebook page today, I also pulled a card, the middle card. It's called the bathroom card. But I saw it as time for us to be able to find clarity and to be able to take that quiet time for ourselves, to really focus. So this is really a good week, the first week, as we go into the full moon, to work with those energies and do your full moon ceremonies, put your crystals out, do a crystal grid. As you see on my table in the background, work different ideas for crystal grids. Do a tree of life. Do a mandala. Look things up on the internet. I mean, there's so many people have such great ideas that it's easy just to reenact with whatever it is that you have available to you. You could use earth elements, or you could use candles as fire elements. You could use feathers as your air element, and have your glass of water or a fountain, something to do and hold the waters for you. You could also put your crystals in that water and put it out under the full moon. So it's a time to, as we work on soul retrievals this month, to go within and see what aspects have been missing in your life, and what you need to reincorporate and access to fully integrate yourself again. So as we go into the second week of March, we get the Knight of Fire, passion, adventurous, self-assured, restless. A sudden event that needs immediate attention. Time is of the essence. Think things through carefully. What I like is it reminds me of the Mars in Aries energy. I mean, he is just, just blazing in that golden energy. He's holding his torch high. It's actually, I believe, even though it's a torch, I believe it looks like a yellow diamond crystal. And the background is kind of like an autumn background, with the waters back there. They're kind of emotional, in a little bit of a turbulence. They're fast moving. It looks like, the snows have melted, and when you're getting those flash floods. So I think the second week will bring flash floods of energy, and things that we need to be able to address quickly, and within our personal power, using that solar plexus energy of standing in your power, and accessing those things. When we give power away to others, we really have lost part of our essence. And that is another way of the soul retrieval coming in, is acquiring and getting your power back in those instances where you have allowed others to kind of ride roughshod over you and given your power away. So now it's time to stand in your power and take that back. Doesn't mean that it's aggressive or a physical manner, but it means that it is just standing in your truth. And as you shine the golden light of the Christ flame on you, receiving that energy through your pranic tube, it's really going to create a stability and sense of security within you. So now we go to the third week of March, and where we're going to come into that new moon energy with the solar eclipse. And 10 of fire. So it is, says, too much work, accept help from others. Life is out of balance, stress related. Okay, so this dragon is hoarding this pot with all the swords in it. And sometimes, we do let ourselves get overwhelmed by taking on the responsibilities of others. And soul retrieval is about not only retrieving your essences, but also releasing those essences of others that you have taken on and assumed as your responsibility. Not everything that others do is your responsibility, and we as light workers tend to take on the responsibilities of others when it is really their journey and their lesson to be able to understand. And if we do things constantly for other people and don't allow them to unfold their own life lessons, then they actually go through a harder time, because they have to repeat it until they get it. So it's about really releasing those extra burdens of responsibility that you've taken on from others. So again, we've got that fiery passion energy. I'm sorry, 10 of fire was wands. I think I said swords. Okay. And then for the last week, oh, very nice. We have 10 of earth. So this is 10 of pentacles. So this is that happily grounded family, nurturing relationships that we have with others. So when we capture our own essence back, when we stand in our power and we release that energy which is not of our own, then we find the balance. And the card says a very happy family life, financial security, and finding magic in the little things in life. And I just love all of the rainbow colors that is coming out in this card. If you'll see, like we've got the pinks up here and the orange above. I mean, there's purple, greens, blues, just using the rainbow energies as a harmonizing effect for your family and your home. And that's really nice because as you go into the new moon from the week before, you bring those beautiful new energies in to clear your space and create that beautiful harmony. What you can do in your home, I mean, you could put crystals around your home that like rose quartz and the amethyst, and maybe do a color grid for yourself in the form of a pentagram with a circle around it. So that just augments the energies of a beautiful home life for yourself and for your family and friends who are around you. So for our blessing card, I wanted to pull a message from the magical mermaids and dolphins. I wanted to see if we could get some type of emotional, just loving, um, calming. Oops. Let me try this one. Wow, one more time. All right. Ah, perfect. Let yourself receive. Beautiful. And I love it because the very, oh, there's my little minions giving me confirmation. It says, allow others to give you loving care, receive without guilt or apologies. And I love that they're just sitting quietly, sharing time together. So again, when we create that family life, and you just allow, your family time to give you back a little bit of that love and support. And I think that's really the blessing for the month, is allowing yourself to receive, allowing yourself to bring in those aspects of yourself that were held or that you let go along the way, and really need to reincorporate as a loving part of yourself, and releasing those energies which are not yours and which are the responsibilities of others and their lessons to learn. Perhaps you've already learned that lessons, and that's why you can see where it is that they need to go, but we cannot do it for them. They must learn on their own, just as we learn on our own from our own choices in our path. So I hope you'll be able to join us for our soul retrieval. Again, we'll reconfirm, but tentatively for March 13th. Please check me out on Facebook, and I really enjoy the daily communications that we have by posting the cards. I try and do it as often as I can. And I just wish you a wonderful month of March, and to enjoy yourself and your family as always. So namaste. Have a great day.